I want to talk about how your mind, your thoughts are literally lying to you, and how your thoughts, and especially having fearful, anxious thoughts, ego thoughts of limitations and lack, can literally deplete your energy. And from my own personal experience, and I'll have a little story to share, that when I feel anxious, when I have anxious thoughts, fearful thoughts, that's all my mind wants me to focus on. Everything else, my happiness, doing things that actually light me up, that make me feel good, does not matter, because my mind is so hyper focused on problem solving and figuring out why and what and how to get rid of it, and how to not experience this pain and the suffering that I expect, or I think I'm going to experience in the future from a certain situation that might not even be the reality. And it is easier said than done. I do want to point that out, because these thoughts can be very consuming. I know in the past I've been very consumed by it, and I fed into the fear, and it's just it's a part of the experience. I had to experience that to be where I am now, and to be sharing this higher perspective, and how I don't want to demonize the human mind. I don't want to demonize the ego or the fear, because at the end of the day, it's there to keep us safe. It is there to keep us safe from any perceived threats and fear and any pain. And that is okay. The mind is not the enemy, but it's not your friend either. Because a lot of the time, it's just your mind feeding you these illusions. And it's important to view things from a higher perspective, which I will get into. But the other day, or just in general, when I feel anxious, when I feel fearful, when I get triggered by something that causes me to feel like I'm not doing enough, or that I need to be doing more, or that there's just this perceived danger, oh my God, that my mind, like I said, wants to focus on that, wants to focus on what can I do to be doing more, what can I do to fix this problem, to problem solve. And that's all that I want to focus on. And it's very draining. And I notice when I'm in that energy, when those thoughts, want to take over, I feel more tired. I feel like I just don't want to do anything. I feel like, I wouldn't even say depressed, but it's it just feels hopeless, right? And feeling hopeless, feeling depressed, sometimes it'll get that way if the fear is there long enough, but it just depletes my energy completely, and I just don't want to do anything. And so yesterday, when that happened, when I started to notice that my mind was trying to take over, I didn't let that happen. I went into my body and I asked myself what I wanted to do in that moment, and what my inner child wanted to do, and I just was go for a walk. And there was a part of me that just didn't want to, I just wanted to lay in bed, but I was no, let's go for a walk, because I know that when I do feel anxious, when I feel stressed out a little bit, that staying still does not help, because that energy is being stagnant in my body. So it's best to move your body, to allow it to flow through your body, instead of allowing it to just stay in your body. And doing that definitely did help, because being able, I was expressing gratitude. I was expressing gratitude for the fact that I was able to get up and walk, and I even had the choice, and the fact that I get to breathe and to experience Mother Earth around me. And it was raining a little bit. It was drizzling, and it was just very just a beautiful experience. And even in the moment, I still felt crappy, and I did not have the most energy. It was just still something that helped overall. And then when my walk was almost over, I had another thought about playing with my dog. So I was I'm gonna play with my dog, and that helped a lot too. Just being with him and just laying on the floor with him. And I just was really connecting with my inner child, because when I was younger, I had 2 German Shepherds, and I would play with them and sleep with them on the floor, and I just at that age, you don't really care about dog hair getting in your hair. You don't really care about anything. It's fun. It's just, you don't really care. And that's what I was doing. I was on the floor with him, just playing with him. We were laying together. It was a very cute experience. And then I started, getting some positive thoughts. The other day, I had a little dance party, and I was playing very positive, uplifting, dance, I love myself, I'm beautiful type music, just type shit. And those songs were starting to play in my head, And when I was getting into that energy, when I was having those positive, uplifting, upbeat thoughts, I started, like, my body, like, I just wanted to move my body with the beat in my head. And that's like, my energy started to come back. And I'm saying this because, like, your thoughts can literally dictate and affect your energy. And sometimes it's not that you don't have energy. It's just your mind is playing tricks on you, babe. And that does sound like a little demonization of the thoughts, but, like, your mind is literally lying to you. Your mind can affect you so much, and I promise you, having negative thoughts can deplete you of your energy. And when you start to feel more positive and have more uplifting thoughts, or maybe you think about a song that you love to dance to that makes you just want to pop a little shoulder or something, like, I don't fucking know, like, you'll get that energy to just want to move and dance. And just like the realization, just the noticeable difference of paying attention to my body, being more present into my body, and the way that these thoughts made me feel, and the fact that I am not a victim to my thoughts, that I can literally control my thoughts, was so, like, powerful. And, like, and another thing that has helped me in this experience with overcoming my thoughts and gaining more control of it, knowing that I have the control, that I have the power, is knowing that my soul literally chose to experience this experience to gain strength and to grow. And I say that's helped because, I mean, it's the truth. Like, that's just, like, the higher perspective. That's just the matter of the situation, right? But it's also, like, knowing that everything is going to be okay, because my soul can see farther. My soul knows more. My soul can see farther. My spirit guides, my spirit team can see farther into the future than I can. So, when my ego is trying to take guesses and assume the worst about what's going to happen, I know that regardless, I will be okay, because all of this is happening for my strength, for my growth. And I know it's easier said than done, but, like, the more that I believe that, especially I've been experiencing so many synchronicities too, not just, like, angel numbers, but just, like, especially with music, because music is just, like, a big part of just, like, I just fucking love music. Like, who doesn't, but it's like the synchronicities be synchronicitying, right? But yeah, just, like, and like I said, it's easier said than done. Like, this is something that just didn't all of a sudden click for me the first time my anxiety was really, like, I would say like getting out of hand, or just, like, really very consuming, like, every minute of every day, constantly, just, like, like, that's all I would think about. And especially with, like, health anxiety too, that shit is debilitating. It's not easy, it's not fun, but it's definitely helped me get to where I am today. And I still worry because, like, but it's my health, but also, like, when it's to the point where it's when I'm trying to take action out of desperation, and like this needs to happen here and now, this way, trying to be in control, trying to figure everything out, it's first of all stressful. And so, obviously I'm gonna advocate for my health, but if it's causing me this stress and this type of energy where I just don't feel good, it's probably not in alignment. It's not in alignment with my truth. And, the mind is going to try to convince you of, you need to do this way, or it's not going to work out, and try to scare you. But that is a limitation. That is an illusion. You are abundant. You are limitless. Illusions are not real. Okay. We live in an abundant universe. We are the universe. We co-create with the divine. We co-create with the infinite wisdom and knowledge of the universe. So anything and everything is possible. Like, if you believe that, that is the truth. That is, your truth. Like, it is your birthright to live your best life. And it really does start with your mind. And, you can make the choice to let your mind take over, or you can listen to your body and just do things that make you happy. Because you don't have to let your mind stop you from making you happy, or like whatever you feel is a threat, you don't have to let that get in the way of you living your best life. And that's something that I've really learned. Like, regardless of what I think is an issue, I can still live my best life and be happy.